if you are against a character that's slippery and defensive and has good projectiles, but you yourself are dark side, you've got access to a projectile that knocks down and a teleport, how do you approach an opponent that's really trying to almost be like, you know, in a little tin can and just bouncing around? They don't want to get kept in the same place. How do you approach someone that's being tricky to advance in on as dark side?
I think you've got kind of two main approaches. You can push him to the corner and let him panic and start going away from the style that's been winning him the game so far, or force a few hard reads on him that suddenly he starts questioning his own game plan that way, and then that's when you can open up your other options.
But against someone like zFKL, we know he has been prone to... he has a very distinct style that he's very hard-headed, right? And he'll stick to it no matter what, which is what we saw in week 12, you know, against Napier in the finals, who was also in top 12 today, he'll be seeing later on. But very much was through thick and thin, no matter what happened in the game, was sticking to his guns. But... like you said, this is the final Path to Pro event. This is the big one. So if someone is going to spend 12 weeks, you know, lulling the competition into a false sense of security, going, okay, yeah, I'll stick to it, I can't be conditioned, and then all of a sudden in week 12, you know, you just flip everything on its head, and now you decide to change around.
Well, we're going to see what happens in due time. It is going to be RZA versus FKL for our next matchup, and a fun fact, RZA played Aftershock Tremor in Mortal Kombat X, and he has made the closest attempt he can to make his dark side look like Aftershock Tremor because of the gear customization. I
mean, he's somewhat done it. I can see what you're talking about, for sure. But,
I think it looks neat.
It looks
I'm
like,
a big fan.
I think our prediction was correct, though. It's going to be Red Hood versus Dark Side. Fight for that first bar is going to be important. All the patience already. Oh! Catches the jump back with the back 1-3.
That's a very popular start for Red Hood right there. The fact that it's a plus on block string, fast, advancing, hard to challenge for some people. There we go. These trades, I think RZA will take those trades all day. An instant jump in, there's the mix. Low stomp or overhead jump. And look at how much damage he's got already.
400, tries to wake up the projectile, doesn't quite work. Delay wake up from FKL. Down one, just to get that space again. Or wake up teleport. Oh, good block on the low. Nice punish too. And you see core repositioning? Yes, we are.
That's the thing, he's ready for the punish. He's going to get knocked down into mine. No, goes for an instant jump. I wonder what that was, but wow, that was a interesting mix. Cost him a lot of meter, but it's probably going to take him the round.
Oh, and there's the overhead. I think FKL was kind of expecting the low, perhaps just for RZA to get the health back, but a lot of meter on the side of FKL now.
And he's got a very fast down one to challenge that kind of advance. Without a mine on screen, the meter burn, it's not going to be as much of a safe advance as it otherwise is if the mine's in play. But look, every single time RZA lands one of these projectiles, he's going to be in a happy place. He has no interest coming in. I mean, he's finally got the round, but he's now lost half life in the process.
Red Hood is really good at closing this distance down, but if he accidentally just runs into any of these beams, he's going to get a lot of damage for his troubles and get knocked back even further again. There's the block.
That was that was a very good block on the overhead right there. Because I mean, every single time one of these jumps comes through, it's going to be low stomp or jump in.
Oh, and there's the low. Nice delay coming out from FKL. No flash from RZA, wants to hold on to his bar for now, I think.
Oh, I'm not sure I agree with sending Darkside full screen. Yeah, in many ways, kind of gave RZA exactly what he wanted.
There's the plus frames, tries to backdash, but doesn't confirm the mine.
That could have been a fantastic situation, but not looking too bad right now. Has to clash, but no, going in for unclashable. Fantastic play. Here he comes, and that's a trade! FKL steals the first game away.
RZA held on to his bar a little bit too long there. Had a couple of opportunities to clash, chose not to do it. Maybe wanted to keep hold of the bar for some of the utility, but really, RZA just held on to a lot more bar than I think he should have there. But FKL managing to bring it back from a big life deficit.
Couple of good blocks too. You know, we saw those teleports come through as an answer around the projectile keep away that Red Hood establishes. And even though we ate a stomp at the very beginning, that really was the first and last time we saw FKL get hit by that mix-up. And the low stomp's unsafe, you know, so if you do get a successful block, you get a heap of reward for it.
That's what the stage can be this time. If it's Joker's Playground, that could be, I know, back cave, bit more of a neutral stage here. Background bounce can be good for both of these players, but Red Hood definitely gets a lot off it due to its sort of hard knockdown, obviously considering his hard to blockable potential from it.
Joker's Playground would have been awesome for Darkside, you know, jailing in, and second time in a row we've seen a jump back to start the game, and that string connects anti-airs RZA on the way through, and there's the dive to get around the minion. That's going to be such an important element in this matchup.
Oh, early anti-air attempt's going to lose it. Oh, the instant low from RZA. Again, when you're playing Darkside, it really helps to have just, you know, the bravery to go for those unsafe options to really condition your opponent, but FKL's playing this super well so far. Oh, there's the trickiness into a grab.
Now, grabs, they're going to be very risky to tech against Darkside because he has those hit confirmable strings that can go into launches. So if you try and tech a grab and eat one of his like overheads or mids, then it's going to be risky to try and do that.
I see RZA going for a raw grab now. I think FKL kind of been conditioned to wait for the down one. There's the plus frames again, disrespecting the frames from RZA. And FKL's going to make him pay for it with a nice first life bar.
Yeah, many of those cases, it's not really that RZA was not blocking low. It's more that I think he was pressing a button and got tagged by it, almost as if the kick was a mid rather than a low. There's the trade-off. Meter is ever so slightly better for RZA, but not by a huge amount. Oh, the overhead didn't connect.
There's a push block, just nothing to do with any of those 50-50s off of the trait. Oh, there's the plus frames again.
Nice whiff punish. There's the jailing. Plus once more, taking the down one, but down one into trait. RZA not ready. Instant jump stomp. There's the air tech.
Oh, insta forward dive. Oh, and again gets opened up by the overhead.
That's the second time that's worked out. But he still has a bit of work to do. Lovely grab to whiff punish the dive.
Sending him full screen too. This could be a bad situation for FKL unless he can keep the zoning more in his lead. Oh, gets sent full screen again.
Actually, I think in many ways that might be a better result for RZA. Getting sent full screen in many ways is what he wants.
There's a lot of chip damage coming through, but this is Red Hood. He does a lot of damage, but from this distance... Oh no, the train not quite enough. Oh, just catches the backdash. I like the idea from FKL though, just trying to get out of the way, but the long leg of Darkside. Too hard to avoid in that situation. Very close. FKL was actually playing this matchup really good.
I think a big part of that actually came down to the, what was it, the back one too? That string that starts fast.
Yep, it's the high into a mid that's plus mildly on block. Now, it has such a great hitbox, right? And that's why it's consistently hitting RZA trying to move backwards in the air. FKL was reading that jump back teleport.
But the issue is, he had RZA up close, and he ended a combo in that string which sent RZA full screen, and it gave him the interactables, it gave him the distance, and the distance is actually what won him that game. So I think we're unlikely to see FKL go for that string as often after combos now. I really think he's going to try and keep him close.
Oh, wow, yeah, there's the respect. You saw FKL just really content just trying to sit here and block, but first bar's going to go to RZA. Oh, trickiness to block. Oh, into the overhead. You can tell FKL was really respecting the low stomp.
But this is what you were talking about, right? You were talking about how... Oh, the damage! Oh, Darkside hitting like a truck.
Oh, nice throw tech. FKL starting to adapt.
I love the grab as well. FKL was waiting for the down one, and RZA knew it. Oh, the damage. But this is the thing. The fact that the Omega Beam causes a knockdown. Every time a projectile knocks down, and yours doesn't, the trade is always going to be in the favor of the player that knocks down. And spending his bar on the dive, unfortunately doesn't get a huge amount.
He's building a lot of bar in the process, though. Teleport gets caught. Oh, nice backdash. Oh, nice cancel down two on block.
Repositioning too. Got him near the corner.
Oh, but there's the minus frames again. Oh, tries the down two, but you have to be careful. I think that the down two will catch the stomp on the way down, but the overhead is going to beat it clean. Oh, spends the bar, gets the bar out of RZA. That was really good for FKL.
Yeah, great trade. Absolutely fantastic trade. Needs to get one more hit. RZA with the crouch, ready. And there we go. Not much you can do about that one, but look at the meter difference.
Oh. There's the patience being shown by FKL again, the respect. Oh, doesn't meter burn the mine.
Could have been a massive change of momentum. Oh, the whiff punish!
That's going to hurt. Does he clash? No, he doesn't. He's going to eat all that life. Look at that 400 damage again. Darkside, the big boy damage. Oh, that's going to combo too. RZA dominating this full screen game. A lot of meter from the side of FKL. Doesn't meter burn the dive.
Has got RZA near the corner. And as I said, that actually safely teleports out. The down one to check. Very active down one. Now he's in big trouble. I don't think RZA's going to really try and close in space. And the whip punish again! Back three, unclashable! 2-1. But I mean, I feel like RZA is just playing this very patiently. He's going in when he knows he can. But at the same time, when he acknowledges he has the life lead, he really does force FKL to come in on him. And the knockdown Omega Beam, that is a matchup changer so far.
I mean, he's forcing him into a really unfortunate situation from that full screen positioning, right? Because Red Hood normally thrives on... Red Hood has a great full screen game, with a mixture of mines into trait gunshot, but the big one is mine into up shurikens, which we yet to see FKL do a single time. However, if he does up shurikens and RZA just happens to do a grounded teleport or something like that, he's going to eat a full combo.
So
and we're already seeing how much damage that will do. So I can kind of understand why FKL isn't too hasty to go to that.
Playing a very strong defensive keep-away game against Darkside is so risky. I mean, in week number 5, actually, RZA qualified by defeating Filmar in Grand Finals, who's a very strong Russian deadshot player. And it was the teleport. It really came down to those teleports that won the game, where he was able to advance against keep-away very comfortably. Now, this is a playstyle that RZA is used to dealing with. And you can
good
see...
block on the overhead. Full punish. Oh, wow. He's in range, but the air tech's going to get him out of the background bounce.
He's built so much bar. This is a much better start.
Oh, tries to grab. I think he expected FKL to block.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, instant low. That's the trickiness.
Drops his combo, though, saving the damage.
Oh, gets opened up by the overhead, tries to wake up out of the corner, but there we go, gets chased down, and FKL with a nice return back to the corner, but still, good life lead.
Couple of combo drops here. RZA could have got a little bit more damage, but unfortunately in the corner, letting FKL live.
Oh, nice trip guard. Doesn't get a full combo, but definitely enough to send him back to full screen. Oh, good block on the low. FKL with the patience. FKL playing a lot better when he has the life lead.
Yeah, much better sequence right here. Going in for the far mine. Well played, but RZA can definitely win this game. He's just got so much work to do at this stage.
I mean, this is basically kind of comeback that FKL had to make, but at this point, yeah, the lower his health gets, the harder it's going to be. This game has been all FKL. There's the mobility, the trickiness. Oh, where's the overhead? RZA, I mean, he has the meter to make the comeback, but Red Hood does so much chip.
Yeah, he gets hit by one thing here, he's pretty much dead. But RZA's going to have to be so careful. Oh, and the whiffed minion, that's pretty much going to be sealing his fate, I think.
And there's the block. I mean, that really is where the 50-50 comes from. As soon as Darkseid reaches the peak of his jump arc and his jump-ins become overheads, that's where it becomes a 50-50 between, okay, is he going to do an air normal for an overhead, or is he going to do the stomp? Or instantly off the ground?
But so far, I mean, his reads have been on point. FKL has been getting it every time, and I think he's dedicating to an option, because when he sees the low, he's punishing it every single time. So, you know, the second it connects, he's ready for the punish, which means he's ready for the option.
Oh, wow, RZA. With this final match, this is going to be a Red Hood mirror. We did know that RZA does have a good Red Hood of his own, but the mirror is a very different beast. The matchup we played a lot. I suppose there's a bit more explosive, is this, because obviously FKL getting a lot of mileage out of the forward dive, and Red Hood actually punishes the forward dive with his own forward dive if he can, but
well, he's
really aware of that.
He's picked Red Hood into a one-game scenario, which means that he's giving FKL basically no time to figure out how he plays the game. You know, he's going to have to adapt on the fly. He's going to have to think very quickly. For FKL, he's been playing so much Red Hood exclusively. I think he's just going to be more ready for the options of his own character. Right now, though, pretty even.
RZA consistently trying to get a down one in between the trait cancels, but just constantly getting hit. RZA slightly mistiming it.
Now the advantage is going to be in FKL. Gets hit by the meter burn, though. All pressing buttons out of trait. Consistently back and forth.
Oh, there's a punish.
Ready for the punish.
There's a punish again on the... I mean, this is such an awkward mirror match, though. I mean, again, this is Red Hood having answer for himself, but it's very much almost like a game of chess, right? Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, exactly. Because it's going to be mine, or up shuriken, or straight shuriken, or air shot. Ready for the punish every single time. Oh, tries to whiff punish, but doesn't quite get it.
There's punish, yeah, there's the forward dive. Going to punish those 50-50s. Oh, and there's a whiff punish from RZA, taking him to a match point, but severely down on super meter.
I think at this stage, RZA, he's going to probably try and play that full screen game. He's going to do as much constellation damage as he can, but just walking into the mine. Instant jump. Hang on a minute.
Delay wake up again. There's the knowledge from FKL, forced to clash.
Early too. The early clash is going to be fantastic for RZA, because if he loses his first health bar, he's now going to have that combo breaker that FKL doesn't have.
Should give him a little bit of momentum here, though. Oh, there's Crouch. Stands up a little bit too early.
Maybe trying to whiff punish a charge there, or just not getting it.
Oh, the fake out from RZA. Wow. Winning another air-to-air. Oh, full whiff.
Oh, they're both trying to whiff punish, but not quite.
A couple of drops to make it with a forward dive. Oh, no. There's the low. Oh, doesn't quite get it in time, but a lot of block damage coming through. Very good situation for RZA, but FKL, we saw him make a similar comeback in game one, but that was Darkseid.
It's a mountain to climb, and if he gets a comeback, though, it's going to have to be on a mine. But another instant jump. He's in his head every single time. Delayed wake up into guaranteed plus frames, challenging it with a charge. Risky business.
Oh, there's the overhead. Oh, the low, I should say. The back two. Oh, sneaking through FKL. Make himself hard to clash. Oh, and he's going to go straight into it. FKL fought really hard to bring some of that life back, but ultimately RZA, I mean, when you've got a life lead and you can sit on it, all those trades are in your favor, right? If you've got more health than they do and you're trading the same damage for the same damage, that's what's going to happen.
I mean, pretty interesting matchup. Darkseid versus Red Hood. It's going to be FKL still in the tournament, but he's now going to be knocked into the lower bracket, and RZA moving on to face his next opponent. But I mean, wow, Darkseid versus Red Hood, and then the Red Hood mirror match. Two matchups that you don't see every day, and I'm glad we had a chance to see that just now. But I mean, I'm going to ask you, Adam, what was it about, you think, Red Hood versus Darkseid that forced RZA in a situation where he thought he had to change? You know, because the change worked out. The change definitely helped him, but what was the turning point that made him realize, you know, maybe I need to switch my character?
I feel he felt more comfortable when he did get the life lead, because you saw him when he did get the life lead, he would kind of just play that rock, paper, scissors game, like you said, and he didn't have to take as much risk with Darkseid throwing at Omega beams and potentially getting hit by mines or having to feel like he needed to come in. He could simply play that same footsie game, and both characters having the same tools, it meant that it was whoever come out better on the neutral.
I actually think a big part of it was safety, though, right? Like, Red Hood versus Red Hood is a bit better for punishing. Overall, you know, we already saw the air akimbo were getting punished. The 50-50s off the trait, you know, the overhead or the low can both be punished effortlessly by Red Hood's forward dive. Forward dive on block can be punished by forward dive.
It's kind of funny, really.
I mean, that really, but that's what it boiled down to. When we saw RZA with Darkside, his blocks were on point for a lot of these tools that we know zFKL were heavily favor in these situations, but Darkside doesn't punish them anywhere near as well as Red Hood does. So RZA, you know, by game 5, you know, you've played against the same opponent 5 games in a row, you kind of have an inkling of, okay, well, I kind of get what he's doing now, and Red Hood is the choice to shut that down.